Good stuff. Oh, I didn't know there was an Ench taunt now.
Is that,
Oh my god.
is that
Maybe
now,
he does it
or
again.
was that old?
I'm pretty sure I haven't seen that before. Maybe it's old, but...
I haven't seen it, if it is new or old, but
Oh, look at Schofield.
I'm very happy about it. Ooh, he's coming up onto the high ground. This is bad. Not awful. He's got cogs. Maybe I spoke too soon. He's just looking to get a couple of denies here.
I got the gold lead, though.
That's what I was hoping for. Is the Leshrac taunt with the Enchantress taunt. I think they mesh really well.
So they have put the Stinger Batrider up against the Legion Commander in the lane, though. Should be interesting. I'd be interested to see like how much value gets put on this small camp here in the bot lane as well. Like Batrider doesn't really want to be taking too much XP away from the Ursa here, so I wonder whether he's going to look to try and pull as much as he can. Maybe stack some camps early on if it gets blocked up.
The battle begins.
So here we go. Bounty runes so far, 1 apiece.
Ooh, the wall.
And ends up 3-1.
Yeah, the Tomato on the Ursa manages to sneak round and find his way onto the high ground to pick one up.
So Fly with Arteezy up towards top. He is going to be up against Whisper and Schofield.
He's cogging the wave top, actually. He's not taking battery assault at level 1. So they're going to get the wave equilibrium in a really nice place for Schofield blocks the big camp as well to try and stop Fly taking the creep as well with this enchant.
Yeah, not only that, it also stops a potential pull in that situation. Because you can pull up with that camp or pull to the side on that camp as well.
Look at crit though as well in this bot lane. This is what I mean about the small camp. Like, it's so important you just don't give the Batrider the opportunity to pull there.
Mm-hmm.
On Fly gets the elect. Oh my god, I hate this creep so much.
Hey, he's already got the Harpy Stormcrafter with that chain lightning. That just feels so amazing, doesn't it?
It's just... I hate it so much. He is going to cock the creep though, so it loses mana. It was pretty good.
Doesn't have enough mana right now, and now finally gets
Might be
the
in
chain
trouble
lightning
here.
back up. He might just be first blood. I wonder if he okay. I was gonna ask the question. I wonder if he leaves it for Arteezy, as Arteezy Shikuchi'd and was heading that way. But supports are more important, friends. You need to remember your supports farm is priority number 1.
He's going to stack the camp as well. I mean, the thing is, if you're Fly, right, or any position 5 in a pub game, you're starting boots first. He's definitely not giving the last hit to his core, dude. It's not happening.
You're not wrong. But now he's picked up a ghost. So just that frost attack, that attack slow, the movement slow, that could help out a little bit with the chase, especially if you're going to add the enchant onto the clockwork. Like, Schofield's trying to play aggressive in this spot, but Fly, not only has his positioning been great, I feel like he's just harassing really well.
Gets the D ward as well. Halfway to level 3 now. And this mid lane's one that's... it starts off well for the DK, right? But unfortunately, Chrysalis now has the Orb of Venom and he's level... Well, he's hit just at level 4, but with the 2 points in Jingu, Rhea has to struggle through this lane for now, unfortunately, I think. And this Leshrac only has 6 CS at the 3-minute mark. Not looking good for Whisper.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh no.
How's Tomato doing? Tomato's 16-1 right now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And oh, jeez. Yeah, Whisper is taking a lot of harassment. Arteezy just having a very fun lane. Fun in the sense that, when you get to play Dota, your lane is fun. I feel like I see games all the time where it's definitely not a fun time. You are not playing Dota.
Yeah.
As Schofield, again, he gets hit with that enchant. The Shikuchi over. Will he get the last hit this time? Yes, he will. Arteezy with the kill onto Schofield. So they get themselves a second in this top lane and a 1,000 net worth lead. And I was watching last night. It was LGD against CDEC. Ame was on the Terrorblade up against the Batrider. Earthshaker lane. He went 0-8 to start the game. It was not a fun TV game. You don't get to play Dota, you know?
It happens sometimes, you know.
Stinger chasing crit, 6 stacks of sticky napalm, hoping he can catch him and maybe get
Top
this
lane
last
as well.
hit.
Clockwork. There's an enchant in 3 seconds.
Yeah, that'll solve him. And they've got the
Schofield.
Shikuchi over, so he is very much dead. And Arteezy getting himself a second kill. Fly has been very, very good in this top lane so far. And this is what we came to expect from EG. As Batrider now, he'll end up dead to crit. After all that harassment he put in, he didn't have a lot of mana to work with at that point, and they end up getting the kill. And all of a sudden, Tomato wants to go after Bulba, but I don't think that's the right choice. He does have Earthshock in just 2 seconds, but he is burning out and needs to be very careful with an empty bottle as well.
Yeah, but at least the Batrider can TP in now and fill it up, right? He's going to buy a salve as well for the Ursa.
Whisper?
Pick up his boots.
Taking a lot of damage. Arteezy coming in. Fly right behind him. I almost called him F-Fly. But Whisper bites the dust. Arteezy now on a killing spree. This is EG 5-0. And I don't want to take anything away from Beast Coast yet. It's very early in the game. But this is the start that EG or any team really wants.
Yeah, I mean, the side lanes are going so, massively more favour towards EG, but also this mid lane, like Ryoya, in this matchup, because he goes for this max Dragon's Blood early on, this Jingo is physical damage, and unfortunately Fly's rotating in now as well to link up with the DK level 6. It's just... Now they can push with the catapult wave, like this is... It's so telegraphed, like it's, XYZ almost for EG here. And this tier 1 tower, somebody needs to come and defend this. But unfortunately, Clock Bat as a support duo, it's not like they have a Rubik or something, right, that can just push the wave out with Fade Bolt. What's a Clock or a Batrider going to do?
Not much.
Having to walk all the way back to base as well. This tower's just gone. 6 minutes in.
He went to go harass Arteezy once he saw that Fly made the rotation out, but he paid for it dearly, losing a lot of life and using a lot of mana just to get nothing out of it. And I mean, on top of that, you got Fly who brings over the Alpha Wolf. It's perfect so far from EG, and I hate to just be praising one team as heavily as I am right now, but that's the way the game is coming down right now.
Yeah, and Crit's, he's only level 4 on this Ursa at the moment, but when the tome comes out, and he hits that level 6 mark, they have the DK stun to protect the egg, they have the Jewel as well. I feel like there's a big team fight coming for EG, and it's probably going to be down in this bot lane at the 10-minute mark for the next catapult wave.
Crit taking some damage there. 5 stacks of sticky napalm. Starting to turn it around, though. As Bulba does have press if Crit gets into too much trouble.
He has 21 charges as well on the Phoenix. He's absolutely
Fly
fine.
getting caught in between the tier 1 and the tier 2. It'll be the first kill for Beast Coast. Fly in no man's land, but also drew Schofield to the bottom lane to get that kill.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Yeah, you're dying down in the spot lane, but you're forcing rotation. So now Arteezy's just free farming up in the top lane. He's going to get all the XP for himself. He's got a level advantage ahead of this Whisper Lesh at the moment. So nothing to be afraid of. 18 denies on Arteezy, right? This is where the level difference comes from. That's more than the Clockwork, who literally just has to hit his cogs to get a deny.
So now Fly back up, and we'll rotate towards top with the help of Ryoya. Looking to pressure this tower, get a kill on the Whisper, and move from there, which should be possible, especially now that they've got the slow with the enchant, impetus damage. Ryoya will even need to throw the Dragon Tail. No. They get the kill, and now they'll look to take the tier 1. They just want to keep this catapult alive, and then they should be able to take it pretty quickly, just like they did the mid-tier 1. But somebody's going to need to rotate here for Beast Coast. They can't just allow these towers to continue to fall, and Schofield's the one coming towards the side of EG around the back, but there's the Dragon Tail. Nicely placed cogs from Schofield. The damage from an impetus is pretty heavy, and all of a sudden it feels like a rotation is there, but it's not very effective in deterring EG from thinking about going in. They do end up backing off as they lose the creeps, though.
big thing about these rotations from EG, right, is like you saw DK come to the top lane, and instantly, like Phoenix starts taking mid to get the XP. Like there's no dead time. You know, they know what they want to be doing, you know, way before it's going to be happening. And like DK instantly TPs down to the bot lane because the Ursa comes top because he wants to carry on pressuring with the end of his dragon form. So they're not going to be able to kill the tower here, but it's just a little bit of pressure. And they desperately need to get level 6 on their support duo on Beast Coast as soon as they can, because the lasso on the hook shot actually gives them kill opportunities on the map. But until that point, they don't really have great ways of initiating fights. Like, it's up to the Ursa to just jump in, right? Or, like, they Clockwork to just run in. They are at least going to get this top tier 1, though.
Rotations are coming in from EG. They've got RTZ with Fly, but Fly's blocked out thanks to the cogs. Crit comes over with RTZ. They won't save the tier 1 tower, but they will get a kill and put RTZ on a dominating spree. And I think it's movements like this, games like this, where I've found myself watching games like this, and I just go, he has that much farm? How? And it's basically, you watch the movements from EG all over the map where they're giving time to the Phoenix, they're giving time to Enchantress to get farm, and now they're going after Tomato once again. Good stun! And RTZ,
oh my god, he just gets it off.
Sliver of health, and he survives, gets the time lapse out. Crit frontlining, but the stun comes in from the Centaur that's controlled by the Enchantress. He might think about going into the Supernova, but it's right next to Tomato?
No, not sure about that one.
I think maybe he thought that
the Ursa didn't. Maybe he thought the Ursa didn't have any points in overpower, because there's, you know, 404 is a popular build at the moment. Yeah, unfortunately.
You know, when you asked the question, is he gonna egg? I think you were expecting an egg maybe earlier.
No, I wasn't expecting the egg at all. Like, that's what I was saying. Is he gonna egg? Like, look at bot lane, by the way. Chris Luck.
Yeah, Wukong's, let's see if it even really deters Ryoya. They've got help from Bulba to just press the attack and walk out, and your circle doesn't matter to me anymore.
Yeah, he has the catapult that he wants to keep alive on Ryoya, though, so he can force in the bot lane. I'm expecting Fly to be, or like Crit to be making a rotation down towards this bot lane relatively soon.
So Stinger now here, Boundless Strike. As well as the Flame Break. They don't have level 6 on Stinger yet. So no lasso.
Yeah, like 4K net worth advantage. Though, like, there's no pressure for EG to be the ones making moves here, though, right? If they don't want it. They want to play around their DK form to try and push towers whenever they can. Like, you see Crit's just happy to farm mid for now by the looks of it.
Fly continuing to farm the jungle. He's going into a 4-staff. You look at where he is in terms of net worth. He's only 800 gold behind this Ursa.
Like, look at how greedy they're being on the map, though, EG. Like, Fly's just jungling, Weaver's farming top, like, Bull was farming the jungle bot, DK's farming bot, Crit's farming mid. Like everybody's just farming.
This is, yeah, and that's what you get with the movements that they've been making, and I hate to reiterate the point, say it the same way, but, I mean, that's basically not it, but it's where it stems from, is when you move the way that EG have in this game. You open up that kind of farm, you open up that kind of space, and it becomes this 5,000 net worth lead at 12 minutes into the game.
Yeah, Moya's got this dragon form again here, so he's going to want to try and chip at the tower relatively soon. And this is the rotation I was talking about from Chris. You know, he wants to play to try and play down towards this bot lane now to play with the DK and get the tower. Oh my god, how has he not taken that tree?
That's the only tree to stand if the fire burns away everything else. They've got the Dragon Tail onto the Clockwork as well as the Supernova. Chris Luck needs to get out of this. They're TPing in the Leshreku, who might get stunned right as the Supernova pops as he TPs in. Hook shot away from the Clockwork, but they see Whisper. Chris Luck thinking about going in. Now the TP over from the Batrider. Arteezy forced the time lapse. Goes after Schofield. Wukong's is in. Whisper still alive. Finally falls within the circle, but they've got the lasso on a Ryoya. They'll pull him into the Wukong's command. They're doing a lot of damage, and they've got him in the center, so there's no way he's escaping from that one. It's a 1-for-1 Ursa on the run, forced to enrage and TP out. They've got themselves the duel onto the Batrider. That'll make it a second as well as dual damage here. Primal Spring misses from Chris Luck. Sunray right on top of Schofield, who was in with his own cogs, and Arteezy on a mega kill streak, getting yet another, sitting at 5-0-3.
Yeah, that fight would have got even better for them if they've managed to cut down the Chris Luck Monkey King tree, but you know, it wasn't to be. I mean, still a really good fight for them. They're just pulling further and further ahead here. And this Leshrac basically just isn't a hero at the moment. It's a glorified support, right? It honestly is. Like, he is 0-3-2. Like, he didn't really get too much CS in the lane because he had to lane against this the Zap creep ever since the start of the game.
I understand that you're casting the NASA region, but the sodium chloride coming from you right now is, I mean, you're
It
adjusting
just rubbed
well.
off onto me.
You're just adjusting well. But yeah, I mean, look at his net worth. 3,200, he's behind both supports on the side of EG. It may not be the nicest way to say it, but glorified creep definitely fits the bill.
This Phoenix had Ags queued up first before, by the way, but I was going to say I think somebody needs a Vessel on this team up against the Monkey King, so I'm glad Crit did change his mind. And all of a sudden they're just controlling the whole bottom half of the map on EG. Unfortunately, when you have this like greedy position 5 and the Batrider that kind of wants to be pushing out lanes all the time as well, they don't really have the space on the map to do that at the moment. And unfortunately, Lesh is going to be the one that has to push out waves with his, I mean, the Monkey King and the Ursa don't really clear waves themselves, right? They don't have the innate capability.
Blink Dragon Tail, and that's the Blink reveal for Ryoya, I believe. The Cogs come in, that pushes Fly away. They'll try to get the TP out, and Tomato successfully gone, but he loses his courier, and that's had the Yasha on it. Meanwhile, bottom, Lasso out, hits Bulba, Chris Luck gets the kill, and they'll at least claim the life of one over in the bottom lane.
Oh, look at the Lash.
Lash trying to leave.
Ooh. Oh, and then, Crit stole the rune as well. Oh, nice. So that RTT couldn't fill up his bottle. I respect that.
I'm telling you, man, supports are more important.
I do that all the time in my pubs. I forget that side lane is by bottle now, and I instantly take it without thinking. Oh, they see the clockwork.
Cogs again, but Crit with the Sunray right on him. Shikuchi forward, but the hook shot to get some distance. Does he have a TP at the moment? Yes, he does, and he's actually heading towards Chris Luck. They'll look the opposite direction at Stinger, who's now on the run with the Firefly, but he is in a position to get killed off by Fly. Fly claims his life, and now he's on a killing spree as well. It's 2 and 5 for the Clockwork, and 0 and 3 now for the Batrider.
So this Arthur Weaver has Yasha queued up. And we've seen, was it Moo we cast the other day when he went for this SNY Satanic build?
I think so, yeah.
It's a decent game for it. Like the main problem, oh, hang on, mid lane.
Oh gosh. Well, you just see how quickly they kill Whisper. They've split up this fight. Chris Luck's by himself going after Fly.
That's a DD on the weave.
Icarus dive over once again. The Cogs push him away. He doesn't have the mana right now for the Supernova, but he does have that wand. He finally gets it up. They'll get the duel and the win on a Schofield into the Supernova again, right in front of Tomato. That's not the first or the second time that he's done that. It seems like it's a lot of the Supernovas have ended in such a way, but they get the kill into Chris Luck. They'll take that kill into the Monkey King. They won't get the Ursa. However, a 3-for-1 trade is something that EG will happily take.
So that egg doesn't look like it was amazing, right? And it wasn't fantastic, like it obviously didn't get off or anything, but it did separate the Monkey King from the rest of his team so that they could finish him off quickly, even though the egg died. So it's kind of like swings and roundabouts, right? It's whatever.
Still looking to
Ursa
get
doesn't have
Tomato.
ult for 5.
He has a TP, he has an ult in 4, they're just poking and prodding, or shock Ryoya. It does have the blink as well as the Dragon Tail, so if they look to engage on this from Beast Coast, they might be coming into a world of hurt if they're not too careful. Arteezy, though, sitting low on mana, does have 10 wand charges. Now the battery's all coming through from Schofield to put some pressure on the EG. The tier 1 top is still standing, they're just fighting in between the two.
Yeah, they just want to take the stacks that they found. Unfortunately, Batrider's like, guys, my stack gold, please. Defend.
Whisper will quietly
they see the
into
Batrider.
darkness. Now they're going to get themselves a +1 potentially. A Stinger, though, into the Firefly, needs to run. Schofield's taking a lot of damage. There's a Flame Break, but they've got the Centaur Conqueror to throw that stun out. But with the tier 2 still standing, Schofield turns in again. Ryoya gets the blink as well as the Dragon Tail, and Schofield will lose his life. I was going to say he gets the escape, but I spoke too soon. He turned around.
Symbolize how rough of a game Schofield feels like he's having on this Clockwork. He's had to level Rocket Flare first instead of Battery Assault because he can't ever really run into the fight. This is obviously not the ideal Clockwork build if you're having a good game, but it has to be done, right? Like he feels like he can't commit to the fight. He just dies instantly, so he might as well just offer more poke damage from further away. Just try and push waves out a little bit more. Oh no, the courier.
Has been
How
killed.
many couriers is that this game? That's like the baker's dozen, maybe? Courier cookies out of the bakery near you. Arteezy goes into the time lapse. That puts him far away from the fight. Crit also killed by Whisper over mid, and they're starting to pinch on this, so EG need to retreat, or at least attempt to do so. The Rocket Flare comes in. Whisper moving forward. Does he have that Yules yet? Yes, he does. With the Primal Spring down, Chrislock making some distance, putting himself in between his team and EG.
Oh, the ice armor creep. Just slowing him down.
Now the Swarm. Crit buys back. They've got the duel. Can they get the duel victory? The Wukong's command comes in. Ursa doing a lot of damage. They'll get the kill on the fly. They'll trade out Whisper. The Supernova down. It's about to pop. They're in a lot of trouble on Beast Coast. They'll already lose their hero, so it won't matter too much already because it gets only a stun out onto the Clockwork because everybody else is dead. And then Tomato is next. It's a full team wipe in the favor of EG. Triple kill for Arteezy, and the net worth lead extends even further.
Yeah, really good like communication there by EG. Like you saw, they kind of hit this part of the map where they went, guys, like if they cross X line, then we can fight. Because they know that Crit can buy back into the fight and TP to this spot tier 1. And so that he can instantly join the fight, get that egg down, and yeah, that was the big turning point of the fight. Beast Coast, they felt like they had to try and get something there while they had the potential to, right? Like that was the best fight, best looking fight they'd had in a while. So they wanted to try and at least take it to see what they could get. And I think that's S&Y coming out for the Weaver now as well. Yeah, it is.
And it's been a while since we saw that egg actually have the time to pop. But it does happen in that exchange. Arteezy is sitting 11-0-7.
Yeah, he's got a growth bow now as well if he wants it. I think imagine he passes it off to the EK, but oh, I guess they never mind. They have an essence string as well. They have some pretty good neutrals on that EG side. They got the jelly, the shovel, the ring of Aquila, the essence ring. And are they going to want to look to link up with Ryoya here in the bot lane? I struggle to say his name. Ryoya.
Because I think we've heard it multiple ways. Ryoya
Yeah.
and Ryoya. I think...
Ryoya.
Yeah, and Ryoya.
Ursa.
There's the duel onto the Ursa. And he gets the ult off. Hookshot comes in on a Bulba, so he's able to Earth Shock onto the low ground. And the question is, are they going to continue forward? They do have the Supernova to do so, but now without the Ursa, I don't know if they have a possibility of killing this egg. They lose Stinger. Down goes Schofield. 3-0. EG, by the way, just taking that tier 1 top recently, I was going to say. Still fighting behind this tier 2.
And they're just going to head into Roche. All of a sudden, Phoenix is level 14, right? Like, and again, something we've talked about before in other casts. I love that he's not leveling his talent at level 10. Like, what's the point? Because 6% spell amp, like Icarus Dive Slow doesn't care about that. Like, ever since all these talents got nerfed, level 10 talents feel pretty bad to take on a lot of heroes.
Yeah, you see a lot of heroes that will, like, I think I saw the other day, Queen of Pain forgoes the level 10 talent there just to max everything out.
Yeah, like, look at Ursa as well. He's done the same. Because he wants more points than Overpower to be able to hit the egg down quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, though, that fight, there was good reactions by the
Another
Ursa
duel.
to get the...
There it is on a Stinger. This is going to be 38 dual damage. Not a lot of dual damage for the Legion Commander, but it wasn't like they were dueling that early. I say dueling, specifically the dual ability, not the fact that they haven't been skirmishing. It's 26-8. I'd be kidding myself if I said that.
Do we know why Hector's being stood in for today, by the way?
I heard he's sick and bad internet.
Right, okay.
I could ask Moxie later if she knows.
Because I was going to say, I feel like, you know, if you think of Beast Coast, he's the first player you think of, right?
Yeah.
You know the Wraith Kings at TI and stuff. Like,
Everybody wanted that Arcana to be played today.
true.
Arcana or previously used assets coming in to be an
Radiant's
Arcana.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
So
fortified.
down towards the bottom tier 2, Arteezy going to continue to put some pressure in with Ryoya. He's going into the BKB. He's got the 7 Halberd as well as a Blink Dagger, so he is on that utility build right now. helping out the team, and I think he's done a good job of doing so. He's sitting here 2-1 and 12, so certainly assisting.
I don't think you just saw what happened in bot lane, did you?
They were pushing.
They were pushing the tier 2, and DK passed off the essence ring to the Weaver really quickly so he could pop it, and then he gave the item back.
Radiant's bottom tower has
It's pretty cute.
All right, I didn't see the pass like that. You know.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I was watching the bottom lane. I didn't see the essence ring shift over. I mean, I totally saw it. I don't know what you're talking about. Lasso on RTZ, but he does have that Aegis. Chris Luck thinking about going into the Wukong's command. Whisper already on the run. He'll use that Eagles to try and survive a little bit longer. The balance strike comes in on RTZ, but the Sunray keeping him alive as well as the time lapse. BKB's gonna be popped by Chris Luck. Shikuchi out of the circle. Crit now on the run. Does have the Supernova. And there's the BKB done with. Crit is going to maybe wait to get the Icarus dive in or put a Supernova towards the tier 3 tower so they can't really fight into this on the side of Beast Coast and allow them to get the tier 3. And that's exactly what he does. And now they've got the tier 3 and they'll go after the melee racks. And there's really no answer from Beast Coast anymore.
Oh,
Joe comes in. Out onto Whisper, and they'll get the dual victory just in time. He's forced to buy back immediately. They don't have the Bat Rider. He's dead for 10 more seconds. Icarus dive right across Schofield with the Spirit Vessel on him. He is really burning out and ticking low. Stun doesn't land, but there's the Dragon Tail out onto Whisper, who just bought back.
Nah, unfortunately, when there's a 20k net worth difference at 25 minutes, it does not look pretty. And look at this flying Enchantress net worth. Like, dear lord, he is farmed. Fly's got more net worth in this game than he's probably had in his entire life in like every 60-minute game ever. Dude, he's massive.
He almost has more net worth than the entire Beast Coast team, not put together individually. And he's about to surpass him. I wouldn't be surprised if he does surpass him towards the end of this game. As the Blink Dragon Tail comes in on a Schofield, Flamebreak will push RTZ onto the low ground, but there's Fly with yet another kill. They get the lasso onto the Legion Commander of Bulba. Bulba now in between both tier 4s, but they've got the disarm onto the Ursa, so he's unable to finish off the Legion and can only just watch as he's able to successfully retreat. They go after the tier 3 tower mid, and there's, again, nothing to stop this. No lasso, no hook shot. Wukong's is up, but what can you do without your initiation? Chris Luck moves forward. Primal Spring onto the backlines. BKB's going to be popped by Chris Luck as well. They've got the Wukongs as well as the Balance Strike, but they're going after Ryoya, who is probably the tankiest hero right now. Stun hits. Flame Break pushing EG away, but everybody successfully escapes the circle, and now they'll look to re-engage. They've got RTZ still sitting here with the Aegis for just about 23 more seconds as they've got themselves the Dragon Tail coming in onto Stinger. They'll get the kill there. Now they've got the Ace Duel onto the Ursa, as well as the Supernova coming in. Tomato's gone for 43 seconds. He does have buyback. Dragon Tail hitting on a Schofield. RTZ still moving forward, but the Jingo's being proc. Chris Luck still burns out. Sunray right on top of him. RTZ gets the kill. They finish off Schofield. Triple kill for RTZ, and GG is called by Beast Coast. EG take game 1 over Beast Coast here in the first series.
And it happened.